So hi everybody, we're gonna do something different today. We're gonna show you what it's like to do the figure eight in the Porsche 911 GT3. I've got stability control off. I've got the PDK in sport mode, but in the automatic mode. So the logic should be pretty good and help us get through this track pretty quick. It's a short track, short laps, but this is one of the faster cars we've driven around here, and should be fun. Two 200-foot skid pads separated by 500 feet. And let's give it a try. Still a little cold. Still a little cold. Gonna need some heat in the tires first. Pressures up on the dash here so we can see what we're working with. Yeah, pressures are okay. Temps are still down. All right, there we go. Porsche's got this thing pretty loose at the moment. Even when the temps are up, the anti-roll bars are set up to be pretty loose. As you can see, I'm going around the figure eight, pretty much dialing counterswing the whole way. And that's slowing it down when it comes to getting out of the corner fast. But the front end is a little pushier than I like. But the power, the oversteer is kind of crazy. Speeds aren't too high around the figure eight against lock, so maybe it's looking for a higher speed range for some of these corners. We're at the bottom of the second, just in the power band, and front end is pushing the crazy G. I'm not even trying to drift, it's just in drift mode. Which is surprising. Let's try to back off a little bit on the entry. See if we can kind of do slow in, fast out. Nope, sideways out. Still sideways out. On power, and the front end's kind of pushing a little bit too at the end of the skid pad here. Maybe it's because we're going faster, but if I go to throttle, it's just instant oversteer, which is slowing the car down. It's when you're trying to set a lap time, it's a bit of work, but if you're out there just enjoying your drive, that's fun. That's fun. Somewhere in there. Not the cleanest of laps, I'll be the first to admit, but I'll put that on the car's how quickly it wants to go into oversteer on power. You know, on turning, you kind of expect that from a 911 because you get the weight transfer from the rear engine. All the mass is in the back of the car, so on liftoff and turn-in, you're gonna get some oversteer on entry. I would like a bit less oversteer on power, speaking just for the figure 8 course. And the figure 8 course is by no means representative of what you get on a racetrack, because the speeds are so much higher on a racetrack. You know, we're doing second gear corners here, so with this thing's making just under 500 horsepower, so with that kind of power on tap and an aggressive rear end, it's going to want to slide, of course. Fun car. Work this car around this track. It's a lot of work. Not a lot of work. It's fun work, but it's put some effort in. Nowhere near as much work as, let's say, the Z06 or the Z07, but this is also slower than that car too. It doesn't have as high of lateral limits. At least that's what I feel from the seat of my pants. I'm sure it'll be a fast lap time, but it could be faster with a little bit less push at sort of the higher off-throttle cornering speeds and a little bit less understeer, or a little bit less oversteer on throttle coming out of the corner. And that's it. Fun stuff. Good day at work. Good day at work.